Welcome back, folks. Today we're diving into a topic that's both challenging and deeply transformative: how to navigate forgiveness when betrayal hits hard.
Yeah, betrayal. It just cuts so deep, doesn't it? Whether it's a friend, a partner, or even someone you trust with your heart.
Absolutely. And what's striking is how Jesus handled betrayal. Think about Judas, one of his own, a so called friend, yet for 30 pieces of silver, he used a kiss as the
hmm
means.
A kiss, right? Like the ultimate paradox of intimacy turned into an act of betrayal. It blows my mind every time.
Yeah, it's like, even though Judas betrayed him, Jesus still addressed him as friend. Remember in Matthew 26:50, Jesus calmly asks, "Friend, why have you come?"
Right.
Despite everything. It's a powerful reminder.
It really shows the heart of Christ, extending love even when it seems utterly impossible.
And then there's Peter. Peter denied Jesus not just once, but 3 times. But after the resurrection, Jesus meets him in a very restorative way, grilling him with, "Do you love me?" 3 times in John 21, almost like undoing every denial.
That threefold question was so intentional, wasn't it? It's like Jesus was gently mending what was broken while also looking deep into Peter's heart, a moment
Mm-hmm.
of renewal.
Exactly. And it's interesting how even when the betrayals are raw and painful, Jesus never ignored the hurt. Instead, he addressed it head on and still chose to forgive.
Yeah, forgiveness here isn't about pretending the hurt doesn't exist. It's more about releasing that burden, almost like untying a knot that's been strangling your heart.
Right. Forgiveness doesn't mean the pain just vanishes. It means you're not letting that pain control your future. It's edgy, it's real, and it's incredibly
Yes,
freeing.
indeed.
A revolution from within.
But let's be honest, it's not an easy feat. Sometimes, people wonder, how do I forgive someone who hasn't even said sorry? I'm curious how you see that playing out.
That's a crucial point. Jesus teaches us that forgiveness starts with us. In Luke 23:34, while being mocked on the cross, he says, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." It's like he's releasing the weight of anger even when the wrongdoer isn't
hmm
asking for forgiveness. That's radical.
It is radical. It's as if forgiveness is more about reclaiming your own peace rather than condoning the betrayal itself.
Exactly. And I'd say forgiving does not automatically demand reconciliation. Sometimes trust is shattered, and while you can forgive, you might still need to build, healthy boundaries.
Right. Forgiveness is a journey, not a magic switch that flips the past into oblivion. It's like, um, you're giving yourself permission to move forward, even if the road ahead requires new directions.
Yeah, it's like unpacking a heavy, heavy suitcase. You forgive, you let go of the grudges, and then you decide what to keep. Maybe not the same as before, but something that still has meaning. A
Exactly.
balanced approach.
And sometimes there's a critique that this idea of forgiveness might enable bad behavior. I mean, if you forgive too easily, could you be seen as tolerating injustice?
That's a fair point. Forgiveness isn't about ignoring accountability. It's about um, not letting bitterness poison your spirit. And yes, sometimes that means holding someone responsible, but then deciding not to let that anger control you. It's a delicate balance.
Right. So it's sort of like saying, I forgive you, but I still know what happened, and I'll choose to protect my heart and proceed with caution.
Exactly. And there's that beautiful passage in Romans 12:19 reminding us, "Beloved, do not avenge yourselves, for vengeance is mine." That shifts the responsibility from us back to God, surrendering our
Yes,
own need
indeed.
for retribution.
It really puts it into perspective, trusting God to make things right while lifting the heavy, burdensome need to get even off our own shoulders.
Absolutely. And think about it like this: if we keep clutching onto betrayal, it's like chaining ourselves to the past. Forgiveness unshackles us, even if it's a slow and ongoing process. It frees up our future.
I agree. It's like we're investing in our own emotional well being, which ultimately benefits our relationship with God.
Yes, exactly. And another humbling aspect is recognizing that Jesus modeled this forgiveness even when it was the most difficult decision. It's um, a call for us to embody that same principle even on our most vulnerable days,
Right on.
following his example.
And I wonder, for those wrestling with betrayal that still stings, what's one concrete step they can take? Like, how can they begin to truly let go?
To me, it starts with honesty, being real with God about your pain. Tell him everything. It's like unloading a truck full of emotional baggage. Ask for his help in softening your heart, a process, not an instant
Hmm.
fix, a real heart to heart with the divine.
That's a powerful image, unloading that heavy truck. Sometimes the first step is admitting that the hurt is real and then asking for the strength to forgive, irrespective of the other person's remorse.
Exactly. And let's not forget that forgiveness ultimately doesn't rewrite the past, but, it transforms how the future unfolds. It's like cleaning a window. The scene outside is still the same, but now you see it in a whole new light.
Beautifully put. And I think that process also involves patience with ourselves. Often we expect healing to be immediate, but it's more like a gradual, sometimes messy transformation.
Right? It's like cultivating a garden. You plant the seeds of forgiveness today, water them continuously, and soon enough, you'll see those blossoms of peace emerging, even if some weeds still linger around. Nature takes time.
Exactly. But let me respectfully challenge something here. Sometimes, in our quest to mirror Jesus' forgiveness, I worry that we might suppress genuine feelings of pain. Don't you think acknowledging our anger instead of bottling it up is also important?
That's a valid point. It's not about ignoring the hurt. We need to process it. It's about choosing not to let that anger define us. Jesus didn't ignore his suffering, but he turned it into um, a testament of love
Yeah,
beyond retribution. It's a transformation of pain into purpose.
and that very transformation, in my view, is what makes forgiveness such a radical act. It's not mere forgetfulness, it's actively rechanneling the energy of betrayal into something that fosters healing and growth.
Absolutely. It's like taking the bitter lemons life hands you and making sweet lemonade. With a touch of grace, exactly
Yes,
that.
I love that analogy. And while we're exploring these spiritual depths, it's so encouraging to see that forgiveness doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're committed to a higher way of living.
Right. It's a strength, a deliberate, sometimes messy act of courage. Even if it's a work in progress, each step towards forgiveness is a step toward true freedom,
Absolutely.
a brave, ongoing journey.
So, if you're listening and still holding on to that sting of betrayal, remember, start with being honest with yourself and with God. Each day, choose forgiveness a little bit more and trust that it will lead you to healing.
Well said. It's about lifting the chains of resentment and trusting that in the grand tapestry of life, forgiveness lights the way forward, a beacon of hope.
Indeed. Thanks for joining in this candid conversation. Keep that spirit of forgiveness alive and allow it to guide you through life's toughest moments.
And thanks for being here with us as we unpack these deep, soulful truths. Until next time, keep leaning into that love and grace that transforms even the deepest betrayal into an opportunity for renewal.